Assalamu alaikum and welcome guys. Hope you're doing well. In the previous video we have worked on uploading a driver profile. So now let's get started with registration of car. So in this video we are going to do all the process that is required for registering driver's car. Like as you guys can see, we have to select the location, we have to select the vehicle type and rest of the detail as well. So all of these screen will be going to done in this video. Stay tuned and let's get started. Let's start understanding the view for car registration. As you guys can see, we have view similar for all the car registration screens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it reusable. So this header and this footer is same throughout the car registration process. The only thing that is changing is the center area. So let's make it reusable. As always, I'm back to Android Studio. Let's open project, and here I'm going to create a folder inside driver, and let's make it so I have named it car registration. Let's create another dart file. I have named this file as car registration underscore template. So we will be using this file for all the screens that is belong to car registration. So as you guys can see, I have used green intro widget. That is basically we have used already over here, that contains title and subtitle. So it is similar with the car registration as well. So I have used same widget in the car registration process. Now let's work on the bottom sheet or the footer. Now I'm going to call this car registration template right after when user click on login as driver. Let's just comment these two lines for now. And let's click on login as driver. Let me give it a restart. Sorry, I have write the code in a user part, so let me shift it to login as driver. So yeah guys, you can see we have this thing ready, car registration, complete the process detail, and one more thing is missing that we have already created is this car registration button. Let me check it out. This button is not showing because it is white color. Okay, so let me change this button to a floating action button. And now you guys can see this button is right over here. Let's align this button to the right of the bottom. And you guys can see this button is aligned to the right. But if you guys can see the design, we have little bit spacing at the bottom of the button. So let's create this spacing. And by using padding, it basically creates spacing from the top, bottom, left, and right, because we are using all constructor, and we are assigning 8 pixels in all the direction. So we are good to go with the template. So now what we have to do is we have to create page view, and on click on this button, this will just change the page in the page view. So this screen will be the same, but only part that will be changing is page inside page view. So let's do it. uh, I'm going to create a folder inside car registration, and it's known as pages. This folder basically contain all the pages that I will make. So first of all, I'm going to create a page for the location, and now let's create page view inside car registration template. As we have specific pages, so I'm not going to create a page view builder for it, but I'm just using page view that contains children. Let's import this location page, and yeah, you guys can see we don't see anything. So let's create our location page first of all. So what our location page contain is what service location you want to register, this is the text, and then we have list of locations that will be selectable. And yeah guys, it's right over here. I'm going to create little bit padding from the left and top. So I think this padding should be on all the screens, okay, like as you can see. So why not to give this padding to the page view. Let's see, and the horizontally we need 28, and from vertically we need 47. And regarding vertical padding, I'm going to create a size box, and now it looks better. So after this again I need little bit spacing, and it's 28, and after this I need list view of the location. So I have created a list of locations that contain few countries, and what I'm going to do is I have already created list view.builder where scroll is non-scrollable and shrink wrap is true. So now let's give it a item count from the location list, and let's use the values in the list style. And you guys can see the locations are populated right over here, but one problem I see is we have a lot of space between these locations, but as you can see in the design we don't have such spacing between them. So now let's work on it. So in order to decrease the spacing between the list tile, we have property called visual density, and we have to provide visual density to the list tile. And as we need spacing in vertical direction, so we have to provide vertical, and we have to provide -4. So this will basically decrease the spacing between them. And now what next we have to do is we have to add check on the selected location. And for this purpose I'm going to expect a string right over here. Now we have created leading element in the list style, sorry, trailing element. This will basically show the check in the right of the list style. So now we have to provide a selected location. So initially we don't have any selected location from the from this class. So now let's create a variable for it. Initially I'm going to provide empty string, and let's provide it over here, selected location. And you guys can see we have this circle avatar for all countries. Let's adjust it. I have applied some padding on the circle avatar in order to reduce the size. So now what we have to do is the selected location will only be checked. So now as selected location is empty, now we can't see any location is selected. So now let's work on selection of the location. I'm going to expect a function over here that is named onSelect. And when any of the list style is selected, we have to call this onSelect function. And we also have to provide the location itself. Now let's pass this function to the location page. Now let's see the result. If I am going to click on Pakistan, so Pakistan is selected. If I click on Japan, so it will be selected respectively. Now it's time to work on the second screen. This is what type of vehicle is it. When user click on this button, it will switch this page in a page view and show this one. Okay. I am going to create another page in the pages folder that is going to be type of vehicle. So I'm going to copy the text widget from here and paste it inside vehicle type in order to save some time. This is not best approach to copy and paste, but what I suggest is for now let's focus on the UI. Let's call this vehicle type from the car registration template. Now let's see if we are able to change the screens. And yeah guys, we are now able to change the screen from one screen to another. But what I want to do is the user should not be able to swipe it. Like if I swipe it, it is changeable. So I don't want user to be able to change the screen. Once he click on this button, then user will be able to switch the screen. We have property inside page view that is known as physics, and we have to call never scrollable scroll physics. This helps us preventing scrolling of page view. If I scroll it, you guys can see I'm not able to scroll the screen. So now let's work on this icon button. For this we have to create page controller, and let's assign this page controller to the page view. When user click on this floating action button, we have to call page controller dot jump to page, and we have to specify the next page. So in order to specify the next page, for now I'm going to give it a value of 2 or 1. Let's see if it works or not. And yeah, it is working. So now what I want to do is, when user click on this button, so it should jump to the upcoming screen. As I have hard coded the value, but let's make it incrementable. I'm going to create a variable of type int. This is current page, and initially the current page is 0. So we have a function called on page change. This is basically giving us a page number that we have shift to. So what I'm doing is I'm just changing current page to a page. Okay guys, after doing this, what I'm going to change is, in order to add nice animation, we have to call page controller dot animate to page. This basically requires the page number. So currently the current page plus 1, as we are going to increment, and the duration it would require constant duration, and I'm going to give it 1 second. And we have different types of animations, so we have to call curves dot, and all these are animations that we can use, but I'm going to use ease in and semicolon. Let's give it a restart and let's see how it works. It's restarted. Let's click on login as driver, and let's select Pakistan and select on this, and you guys can see we have a nicely animated screen. So I'm going to work on rest of the screens quickly in order to save the sum of your times, and once I'm done with all these screens, then I will come back and explain to you. So finally guys, I'm done with creating the UI. Let me show you in the design first. All these screens are designed till the last screen. Let me give you overview, and I will push the code, so please then you can clone it again. Okay, so here if I click on login as driver, I can see a service location, and after this nice animation we have to select the type of vehicle. After this we have to select the vehicle make. At the end we have to select model of a vehicle, and we have to specify the model year. So suppose this is the model year. Next, and we have to enter the vehicle number, suppose K123A, and click on this one, and then we have to select color of the vehicle. So basically we will populate the colors like white, red and black. Select one. Here you guys have to upload the document. We will be working on upload part later. And when you click it again, so it basically shows the uploaded document. Once you are done with this car registration process and you click on this button, so then you will see this screen: verification, process status and verification pending. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Stay tuned and let's proceed in the upcoming video. Thank you.